Then there was another one that I saw in the news, right? Because I get Seagull news beamed straight to my email, so I can that's how it works technology-wise. It's just straight beamed there, and this is from the Daily Post, and a man in North Wales, even the North Walians, man trapped in home by attacking seagulls, told to use an umbrella.
Show me a story that's happening in South Wales, but fucking they'd be like me, but they'd be landed. Oh, we got to fight then if we go.
Mate, people in Port Talbot would burn their own house down to get the gulls. Like, wouldn't give a fuck. Like, what you gonna do? Yeah, if I can't be comfortable in my house, no one can.
You can't live yet.
Exactly. Like, it's just a fucking all or nothing mentality of Port Talbot. Like,
bring it down.
So yeah, man trapped in home by attacking seagulls, told to use an umbrella to protect himself. A teaching assistant from Prestatyn has revealed how he was advised to use an umbrella to protect himself from seagull attacks. Tom Ellis, 29, is unable to use his garden and is forced to shield himself from the swooping birds after they nested just above the doorway of his bungalow. The gulls, which have hatched 2 chicks, have been fiercely defending the nest, regularly attacking Mr. Ellis as he enters and leaves his property. After one of the birds narrowly missed his head, he rang the authorities for advice and was shocked to be told, use an umbrella. That's your tax money at work right there.
That's not bad. It does work, to be fair.
No, listen. I'm just saying, he's 29. It's different if a 77-year-old geese is...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Roy can barely lift an umbrella, can he?
What about those ones? At least you protect the top with your head, the little umbrella hat.
Mr. Ellis says he has now resigned himself to having to dodge the animals and has to warn visitors to shield themselves. I can't go out and enjoy the sun. My nieces and nephews can't come and visit, especially with them attacking and swooping. They're always there, and the house behind has a nest on the roof too, so they have me surrounded. They've attacked me several times, narrowly missing my head. I called the council. They advised me to use an umbrella for protection until they had moved on. The Royal Society for the Protection of Birds said there's nothing they can do either because they're a protected species.
Oh my
I'm literally...
God.
By the way, how are these rats with wings? How are rats with wings?
I don't know why we protect them, bud, because I don't know if you've been to the beach, there's fucking loads of them. I tell you what, I reckon they could probably... They kill deers every fucking season to trim the numbers.
Food source now.
Yeah, let's start eating gull, but if that's what it takes, I'll eat the gull every fucking Christmas instead.
Yeah.
Let's get them down.
Right. But yeah, they can't do nothing because they're a protected species. And he says... because he lives in a bungalow, the nest is just 3 feet above his door. So as soon as he opens the door, they're above him, like just looking down, ready to swoop onto his head. And then, mind you, it does turn out that he's a bigot, is Mr. Ellis, because he says here, I'm pretty bird-phobic anyway. You hateful bigot. Yeah, I'm pretty bird-phobic anyway, and I can't leave the house without fear of being attacked. People need to realise that once they've nested, they can be there for quite a long time. And then, and this is another thing, just to underline how bigoted he is. It feels like the birds have more rights than I do. Absolutely not
they
true.
do. I mean,
they just have the right not to be killed.
But the human race isn't a protected race.
I mean, there's definitely laws that say you can't.
No, but if he was living on top of someone's house, and someone threw him off, they wouldn't go like, "What are you doing that for? That's tight as fuck." They'd be like, "All right, well, mental cunt was living on your roof. Yeah, fair enough. Do it to a seagull, but it's not reasonable."
He added, "I don't want them killed. I just wish there was some way to have them safely removed."
I just want to send a message.
And then look, mate, it just keeps going on. Like his life's just a tormented nightmare. Look, they start squawking at about 4 a.m. too, which alone isn't pleasant. Plus, all the garden furniture and my car is constantly covered in large amounts of bird poo.
Fuck this guy's life.
I know, like his life's an absolute nightmare. So anyway, same thing, right? Separate incident, same month. The birds, the gulls, right? And then It gets fucking worse, mate, right? There was another serious gull attack on a pensioner.
Fucking hell.
Right? This is all in a month. This is what I'm saying. It's happening. It's actually happening. The gulls, mate, they're out. Gull attacking her own home was like a horror movie, says Gran 74. There's some mad stuff going on here. I mean, first of all, the way this is laid out is horrible, so apologies if it sounds like I can't read. Their eyes are stalking me like in a horror movie. That's the opening quote of this article. These are the traumatized words of a Walney grandma after she was viciously attacked by a gull inside her home. 74-year-old Pamela Hill was left bleeding after a gull swooped into her kitchen, attacking both her chin and wrist in front of her beloved Jack Russell.
Chin and wrist? He's going for fucking arteries, but he's going for throat to fucking wrist.
Drew blood too. With that big old beak. Mrs. Hill of Amphitrite Street, Barrow, has spoken out after the Mail highlighting a recent spate of gull attacks on homeowners in the town streets. Look, I haven't even looked into that.
Fucking hell, even the NWE Mail has picked up on the fucking lead, but they know.
Yeah. This is a real thing that's really happening. The gulls are going wild, like, and no one's talking about it because the fucking globalists.
Turning the gulls evil to take over
the gulls
the
have been attacking mankind because they've been taking the murder pills.
They're gonna take your houses from you.
It's the murder pills. It's in the water supply, and it's driving the gulls crazy, turning them into shooters. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, she said, I opened the back door just after 7 p.m. for my little Jack Russell, and when I was in the other room, I heard all this banging. When I went in, I saw this gull on the window, still flapping around, breaking my vase into the sink.
That's vandalising immediately.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't get the window open, and as I was trying to hold it to help it out, it bit my chin and wrist. Right, mate, it's gone for the chin. It's stuck her on the chin. I then got a blanket over it and threw it out.
Oh, what a G-butt.
Yeah, fair play.
Dealt with.
Yeah. Thank God it didn't come back. Now, every time I hear noises in the kitchen, I think, oh, Jesus Christ. I am also frightened just to go up the street. It's as if their eyes are stalking me like in a horror movie. I would hate for anyone to go through what I've been through. It was so terrifying, and even though I am an animal lover, I still feel so scared. Ever since it happened, I've struggled to eat properly. Well, yeah, 'cause your chin's hurting. Can't open your mouth.
More like it took the chin off, but I haven't got no lower jaw. What are you chewing with?
So anyway, we'll where's this bit down here? Because there was a fucking quote from an expert, I think. Right. Mrs. Hill's concerns mirror those of residents in Parade Street, Barrow, told the Mail they felt they were under siege by gulls in the local area. Sarah Dalrymple, wildlife warden at South Walney Nature Reserve, said the gull would only have acted in such a way out of desperation to find food. See, it's not, though. They're evolving. They're getting leery as fuck, right? With many people feeding gulls, they now regularly associate people with food. Also, with many gulls finding less food in their natural habitats, they have moved into the town. I'm sure this would have been a very scary experience to see the gull in the kitchen, but as less food becomes available to feed hungry chicks, they become more and more brave and desperate. It must have been pretty hungry to take such actions, and it is most likely that this gull would have been previously fed by a human. There is an urban colony on Walney of around 100 gulls that I myself have counted, and is not associated with the gulls we have on the nature reserve.
Hanging outside the shops asking to go in for them, like, oh, but give me a canna. Wah, wah.
From research, we know that gulls at the reserve feed out at sea. These birds are declining like all our seabirds, which is deeply concerned. I said, fuck them at this point.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You're attacking nans.
Going for Nana's chins, are you?
Yeah, exactly. Attacking nans who are doing nothing, just trying to take the fucking Jack Russell for a walk, and you reckon a nan? I've had enough. Enough's enough. Time for a clamp down on the gulls, I say.
I let you off once before, but you still got the nerve to come back.